Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today at noon, the opposition leaders had an appointment with the Election Commission. On the agenda was voter roll revision exercise that has now become a rallying point for the opposition. Now, logically speaking, this was an ideal opportunity for the India Bloc to raise their grievances and get direct answers to questions that they have been raising on social media, in press conferences, and in public gatherings. But the key word here is logic. This course of action would have been logical for those who are actually interested in seeking answers and finding solutions. What happened today betrays the opposition's real motive. Headline and narrative management seems to be the only agenda. Let me make my case. First of all, the Election Commission had granted an appointment for an interaction with leaders of certain political parties and cited space limitation to request for names of up to 30 representatives from the opposition. Now, sources in the poll body say that Jairam Ramesh, on whose request the permission was granted, had initially acknowledged the response, but then changed his tune completely later. Listen in.
सभी विपक्ष के सांसद शांतिपूर्वक मार्च कर रहे हैं पार्लियामेंट हाउस से लेकर निर्वाचन सदन तक और सामूहिक तरीके से सारे सांसद इलेक्शन कमीशन को एक दस्तावेज पेश करना चाहते हैं एसआईआर को लेकर। यही हमारी मांग थी। अफसोस की बात है कि चुनाव आयोग जो अभी चुनाव आयोग बन गया है।
देखिए, हिंदुस्तान की डेमोक्रेसी की हालत देखिए। 300 एमपीज इलेक्शन कमीशन से मिलना चाहते हैं। इलेक्शन कमीशन कहता है नहीं, 300 एमपीज नहीं आ सकते हैं क्योंकि डरते हैं। 300 एमपीज आ गए और वहां पे सच्चाई निकल आई।
The meeting never really happened. Instead, the opposition staged a protest march from Parliament House to the Election Commission without even bothering to seek police permission. Wearing white caps and a red cross of the words SIR and Vote Chori, the protesting MPs started their march from Parliament's Makardwar, raising slogans against the special intensive revision. On the way, they encountered barricades and were asked not to proceed further as only 30 people were allowed. What followed was not compliance but high drama and anarchy. Trinamool Congress MPs Mahua Moitra Sagurika Ghosh and Sushmita Dev with Congress's Sanjana Chatav and Jyoti Mani climbed the barricades. Sloganeering all the while, Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav hopped over not one but 3 barricades to breach the police cordon, probably the next entry in the Olympics hurdle race. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra was seen chanting, Modi government is scared, they are cowards. In fact, even Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh was seen marching along with these opposition leaders days after the AAP severed all ties with the India alliance. Well, friends, sometimes dushmans, sometimes eventually the MPs were detained and whisked away by the police in buses. Amidst the chaos, Mahua Moitra even fainted. Fellow MPs were seen trying to revive her, including Rahul Gandhi. But once inside the bus, she was caught on Sagarika Ghosh's phone camera, giggling and gesturing. Taken away for violating rules, opposition MPs accused the centre of political kidnapping. But questioning the lack of seriousness, the centre has now accused the opposition of trying to create anarchy and instability.
वो तो देखते हैं। अब विपक्ष तो पार्लियामेंट चलाने में उसका कोई रुचि नहीं है। उनका तो सिर्फ हेडलाइन बनाने के लिए बहुत ही नीचे स्तर का जो शब्द यूज करते हैं, मैं कहना नहीं चाहता हूं।
तो हम जनता का वोट बचाने के लिए कूद रहे हैं। चुनाव आयोग उन पे कार्रवाई करे जिन लोगों ने वोट काटे हैं।
कि 2014, 19 और 24 में और उन दिनों में कांग्रेस पार्टी अनेक राज्यों में निरंतर पराजय के कारण एक बैंकरप्सी की स्थिति में पहुंच चुकी है। अराजकता देश में एक अस्थिरता पैदा करने की एक सोची समझी रणनीति ये है।
Rahul Gandhi was among those detained. Remember, he has been put on notice by 3 poll bodies to submit a signed oath and declaration to back up the claims that he has made. It has already been 4 days since the original allegations were leveled by him, and so far, all that the Congress MP has offered is brazenness, a trend that continued even today.
वो आपको कहता है कि आप
नोटिस का जवाब आप नहीं देंगे क्या?
एफिडेविट
अरे भाई उन्हीं का डेटा है, वो अपने वेबसाइट से वही डेटा निकाल दे। मेरा डेटा थोड़ी है कि मैं साइन करूं, उनका डेटा है, उनका डेटा है, वो अपने वेबसाइट से वही डेटा निकाल दे। मेरा डेटा थोड़ी है कि मैं साइन करूं, उनका डेटा है, आप उठाइए अपना डेटा, अपने मुश्किल हो जाएगा।
Taking a cue from the High Command, even Congress state satraps have been defined. Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shivakumar also refused to submit documents that would substantiate the allegations leveled in the memorandum that they had submitted to the Karnataka Election Commission on Friday, because for the Deputy CM of Karnataka, being responsible is juvenile behavior. But his own colleague, K.N. Rajanna, showed his maturity is. He actually asked, when the draft electoral rolls were being prepared by the Election Commission, shouldn't the party have monitored it and objected at that stage? He paid the price of asking the right questions. Hours later, he was shown the way out of the Karnataka cabinet where he was a minister. The death order for disobeying Rahul Gandhi, as Revant Reddy put it, had been issued.
We are not school boys to reply whatever they ask. Minister K.N. Rajanna is totally false. He doesn't know. My chief minister will reply to it.
ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇರುವಾಗ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಕಣ್ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. ಈಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವೋಟರ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಲ್ ರೋಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕರೀತಾರೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಲ್ ರೋಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕೋ ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ? ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕೋ ಬೇಡ?
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Motorola legitimate question we are asking on the Newshour tonight: is headline hunting opposition's only agenda and vote chori is only a convenient excuse? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour at 9, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining the debate tonight is Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson of the BJP. Joining him on the show is TDP leader Jyoti, also Anand Ranganathan. Joining the show tonight, Ravi Shankar, Ravi, national spokesperson of the RJD, continues to be with us this evening. Vivek Srivastav joining the debate. Also joining Dr. Piyush Joshi of the Aadmi party. But my first question goes to Dr. Sanjay Jha, Congress leader. Now, Sanjay Jha, when reality comes in and truth comes out, Congress party has very, very little appreciation of it. After all, Rajanna said that it was the job of the Congress party to look at the voter electoral rolls when the draft electoral rolls were being made in the 24 elections. Nothing of that happened, but you continue to question the Election Commission. Okay, well within your rights, but what happened to the Constitution? He's been chucked out for speaking his mind and speaking the truth. Rajanna has been chucked out of the cabinet. Is that how frail the constitutional belief of the Congress party is? And number 2, if you want a solution to the problem, how are you going to proceed? On the streets of Delhi or on the courts with an affidavit, with the evidence, that you have armed with you, and find a solution and a verdict from the courts of India? Why are we seeing anarchy on the streets, which is not going to come out with any solution to the problem that Rahul Gandhi has been raising?
Navika, good evening. A kind request, if you can just tell your team to increase increase your audio level because while I'm able to hear you, I have to really strain my ears. So just a kind request. But I heard you clearly as far as your question.
The truth often is very, very light on the ears of those who are not looking for it. But Sanjay Jha, sorry, I couldn't help taking that dig, but go on.
Anyway, I will ignore that and focus on the more fundamental because this is a very serious issue. I think it concerns the democratic future of our great country. Here is my point. In a normal democracy, Navika, the voters choose the government. What we are witnessing is that here the government wants to choose the voters. I mean, we are really seeing the most bizarre, outrageous situation out on the streets for only one reason, that the government literally is now synonymous with the EC. After all, who has forgotten that in August 2023, Mr. Modi's government said, remove the Chief Justice of India, include the cabinet minister. If there is not a bigger manifestation of this government's intent, that is remarkable, because the Supreme Court in March 2023 had said that the ideal composition is the CJI, leader of opposition, and the Prime Minister. Anyway, let's get to the fundamental point. I come from Bihar, Navika, and I'm in touch with a lot of my friends and relatives there, including people in politics. And let me tell you what is reported. I'm not going to tell you some anecdotal conversations. This is reported, by the way. An applicant who's going to vote in Bihar has got a name called Cat Kumar. His father's name is Catty Boss. And the mother's name is Katia Devi. Kya baat hai? Kya baat hai? Election Commission, take a bow. Take a bow, Election Commission. In Muzaffarpur, one room has 269 people. I understand in Karnataka, in Bangalore, one room had 80 people. I come from Bihar, very excess population. We're not as rich as Karnataka. It shows in the numbers. One room, 269 people. It's remarkable. Let me give you a third one. There are over 290,000 homes where the home number is 0. And I can tell you, I know people who buy homes. Everyone looks at a home number with some degree of auspiciousness. The BJP, using the Election Commission, is now finding homes with 0 as the number. And a very critical point, Navika, isn't it strange that in Maharashtra, in 5 months, the number of voters went up by 45 lakhs. In Bihar, around the same period, the number of voters goes down by 65 lakhs. Weird. I mean, absolutely intriguing. And you mentioned a point about the Election Commission telling Rahul Gandhi to take an oath. And I want to tell your viewers what a massive con job that is. Because according to the rules, the 1960 rules that are prevalent, that the Election Commission wants Mr. Gandhi to take an oath on, he would already stand disqualified because those objections are to be done within 30 days and in one case within 45 days. So the Election Commission knows it's a fait accompli that it will be rejected, but they want him to take an oath. What kind of an institution has the EC become? It's a question.
थोड़ा ज़्यादा पढ़ाई किया करो, समय से पढ़ाई किया करो ना संजय झा. That can't be held against the Election Commission. You should have woken up earlier, smelt the coffee earlier. Well, but that's the minimum. That's the minimum that is expected of a political party that is playing for the top job in the country, is a little bit of alacrity. But let me show you the hypocrisy that you brought up. You say you want to discuss this entire issue in Parliament, but you also say that why should the BJP respond to any questions raised on the Election Commission? तो भाई Parliament क्यों रोक के रखी हुई है? बाहर में कर लो ना ये सवाल, so that the BJP does not have to respond to it. चित भी मेरी, पट भी मेरी. 1 minute. They shouldn't, because you don't want them to respond, no? Why should they allow you? Okay, you want to debate also, but you don't want them to reply also, but you will stall the Parliament. Please choose one of the above in the multiple choice questions. You can't choose all of them, you will be disqualified. Number one. Number two, let me also point out this, that आपको वो Catty Kumar problem लग रहा है, 260 people in one household problem लग रहा है problem. But ऐसा तो रायबरेली में भी हुआ है. In fact, Times Now Navbharat has done a full expose of that happening happening in Raebareli.
So you are
but that you will not mention. No, that you will not mention. Because only Narendra Modi Chori karos his mandate, Rahul Gandhi doesn't. That is where your politics comes in. But Pradeep Bhandari,
those are
please
BJP
respond.
engineered fake votes in Raebareli. They wanted to use fake votes to defeat Rahul Gandhi.
So everything is done by the BJP. So are you playing in the match or not? Are you? Everything happens.
It's not a level.
Everything happens despite you, without you. Are you a sleeping member of the democracy? I really don't know. But respond, Pradeep Bhandari.
People are out on the streets to defend Indian democracy from the authoritarian.
जब चिड़िया चुग गई खेत, तब आप जागे.
कुछ नहीं हुई है नाविका, अभी तो बहुत लंबा खेल है, and you see how ये पिक्चर कैसे खत्म हो.
आपके लिए सब खेल है. Constitution is a खेल for you. Democracy is a खेल for you.
वो तो भाजपा ने दिखा दिया है सबको.
Okay, Pradeep Bhandari.
प्रतियोगिता है ये.
अरे संजय भाई,
sorry.
There is an old saying that falsehood and lie has speed, truth has endurance. And this is what is exactly happening with Congress party. I've been saying repeatedly that Rahul Gandhi is an anti-democratic man. Whenever he loses an election, he's been losing since the last 90 elections. Every season, one new issue comes up and he tries to blame that democratic institution for that. For 6 months, they were raising the issue of EVM. After it went to the court multiple times, when the election commission asked them to hack the EVM, none of the political parties came to hack the EVM. Then they raised the issue of Maharashtra voter list. When it went to the Bombay High Court, the petition was dismissed. Now, seeing that there is an impending defeat in Bihar, they have cocked up a new theory of saying that the voter list is false and there is voter theory taking place. Let us for hypothetically extend their argument of vote chori. I have got the voter list of Shivaji Nagar. It is a 60% minority constituency. I have list of voters, Ramatullah, who is named at 244, 717 and various other places. This is a constituency won by the Congress party. So is Rahul Gandhi saying that there is vote chori taking place here? If it is true, then he should ask for the resignation of the MLA from Shivaji Nagar. Let me show you another constituency as per Rahul's logic. This is Chamrajpet. Again, there is a voter named Aisha Banu and it is found at multiple places. So I think Rahul Gandhi should ask for resignation of this. SIR is precisely happening for updation of voter list, which Rahul Gandhi has been opposing. So Rahul is a confused character. He does not know what he is doing. Now let me come to Bihar. Sanjay Jha has a lot of problems with Bihar. This is the updated document from Bihar of the Election Commission. Not a single booth level agent of the opposition party has filed a formal complaint. Sanjay is a Bihari who is living in Mumbai. He has not gone to the ground in Bihar in the last decade, so he does not understand the ground reality. So despite Rahul Gandhi's protest, why is none of the booth level agents finding an official inquiry and an official query? Mr. Ravi can give a technical answer, but the truth is in the number. Now even today, when the election commission asked them to come with a 30-member delegation, why did they not go in front of the election commission? Because they know when they will be faced with facts, only thing which will come on their face is egg. So again I reiterate, can you reiterate one example where whatever Rahul Gandhi has raised has come out to be true in the court of public opinion or in the court of law in any matter? Hindenburg fake news, Rafale fake news, Maharashtra voter list fake news, EVM fake news, China's claim of taking our land fake news. When has Rahul spoken truth? And I understand Sanjay's compulsion because he has
well, while that may be true, Pradeep Bhandari, but there are some questions that need to be answered by the Election Commission. For example, 200, 250 people registered at one address. These are questions that must be answered and these are not invalid questions. The approach is where I am. I want to ask Dr. Piyush Joshi. Yes, they are allegations, but they should be responded to because these issues and cleaning up the entire process is something that a democracy should continuously be working towards, and there are no two ways about it. But Piyush Joshi, the fact is that SIR mat kariye, it is not correct to do an SIR, but also, look at the voter list, make a pure voter list. Every person, one man, one vote is what you want. But you don't want an SIR. Again, a contradiction here. And number two, of course, I don't want to ask you why, when you have divorced the India Bloc, were you part of the India Bloc protest today? Because it's a private matter. Kabhi haan, kabhi na, aapka chalta rehta hai. But the question really is, if you want to take this entire issue seriously and find a solution to it, shouldn't 30 MPs have gone and met the Election Commission, put their questions on the table and got responses, rather than histrionics on the streets, 3 hurdles that have to be crossed, fainting that has to be done, pointless if you're not getting a solution to the problem.
Navika ji, thank you for having me on such an important topic. Yes, Aam Aadmi Party is not a part of the India Alliance anymore. We, as you rightly said, probably divorced the India Alliance, but we remain good friends, So we agree on one particular issue, and in this particular case, the intensive revision.
Alimony kahan se aa rahi hai? Anand Ranganathan is asking you.
आनंद जी, भगवान जाने कौन दे रहा है, पर आम आदमी पार्टी हमेशा आम आदमी की बात उठाती रही है और आगे भी उठाती रहेगी.
संजय,
so don't worry about that.
डिसाइड कर लिया, अगर आम आदमी पार्टी कुछ नहीं देगी.
अरे भंडारी जी थोड़ा सा मुझे बोल लेने दीजिए, ठीक है ना. I was just trying to lighten the mood up a little bit. Who were these people who wanted to go to the election commission and make their point across? These were all member of parliaments. These were not ordinary people. This was not the Julus. This was not a big procession of common people. Out of those, you could have chosen 5 or 10 leaders to represent, or 30 leaders in this particular case, as the election commission wanted. These are all members of parliaments, around 300 in numbers. So the bus would have gone to the election commission rather than going to the prison. So things could have been resolved amicably, but the election commission doesn't want it. Why? Because to ensure the partisan nature of election commission, the plan was laid out in 2023, as has been mentioned by Sanjay Jha, when CJI was removed from the electoral panel, who's going to appoint the election commissioners. So we have raised these issues a number of times. As far as the SIR in Bihar is concerned, this particular issue is concerned, everybody knows that the election commission revises its voters list every now and then, and particularly before the major election. The problem here was the exclusion of the Aadhaar card. Either you believe in Aadhaar or you don't believe in Aadhaar. Either you consider Aadhaar as a unique identification or you don't consider Aadhaar as a unique identification. The problem was the documents that were desired by the election commission for you to be registered as a voter. This is the first time in history, man, that the election commission is asking for proof of citizenship. It is not election commission's job to ask for proof of citizenship, So these questions are going to be asked. So rather than answering, what is the election commission doing? The election commission keeps on telling
for that matter, Dr. Piyush Joshi, I think the Aam Aadmi Party is a little confused. That matter you have taken to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has not stayed it. So that is not the answer that you were looking on the streets of Delhi today. You were looking at a different answer. आप बारात में शामिल हो गए, आपको पता ही नहीं शादी किसकी है, बस आप बारात में शामिल हो गए. और आप जाइए, मोर द मेरियर, बारातों में जाया करिए, लेकिन देख तो लीजिए कि कार्ड आया है कि नहीं, किसकी शादी है, ये तो देखना एलिमेंट्री है. लेकिन ज्योत्सना जी, I want to ask you asking questions of the election commission well within their rights. I have no problem with that. But they say 300 ke 300 jayenge wahan election commission. Can there be a conversation between 3 members of the election commission and 300 MPs? Will it be a conversation or will it be a dhava? And if representatives from all political parties can be chosen and sent over there, they would have got their time to ask questions and get answers. But why anything logical is not being accepted by the opposition parties? Why?
Navika ji, actually they are used to this political theatrics all the time. And let me tell you one simple thing. I was a part of the Telugu Desam Party's delegation, which has went and met the Honorable Election Commission of India. I was part of the team. We were 6 of us who were given permission to go and talk to them, as to put our concerns to them. What is it happening? What is happening in the country, and what are our concerns? Majorly, as a political party, what are our concerns? You know what they said, Navika ji? They requested us that probably, if it is possible, can you just probably from next time onwards, if it is possible, can you lessen the number a little bit by probably, we were 6 of them, 6 of us, they said at least 5 to chalega. Because there is a space constraint, that's a fact. Now, even then they gave permission for 30 people. Now, अब राहुल गांधी जी जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का बुक हाथ में लेके बोलते हैं कि ये है ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, अब कोई उनको समझा तो दे नविका जी कि ये पॉलिटिकल थिएट्रिक्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में नहीं है, पॉलिटिकल थिएट्रिक्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में नहीं है. क्या कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में है? अगर आपको, इफ यू हैव अ प्रॉब्लम विद द इलेक्शन कमीशन, यू नो whatever order they are giving it, you can sign an affidavit and give it to them, right? Simple. बहुत सिंपल सी बात है. अब जाके वहां ड्रामा करो, 300 एमपीओ को लेके जाओ, ये कहां की रीति है? एंड देन दे कम एंड से दीज आर नॉट ऑर्डिनरी पीपल, यू नो, दे आर एमपीज. कम ऑन, as MPs you should be more responsible, you should be having more common sense, saying that you can't stall the roads like that, you can't stall the traffic like that, you can't just simply run on the roads, you can't just simply, as you rightly quoted, jump the barricade. If better you could have, sir, one second. Sir, one second.
इलेक्शन कमीशन को जोड़ के सब रिस्पॉन्सिबल होना चाहिए देश में.
Yes, I have noted it down. Sir, एक मिनट, संजय झा जी, जब मैं बात लॉजिक की करती हूँ आप बीच में ना हो. संजय जी, जब मैं बात लॉजिक की करती हूँ आप बीच में ना हो.
It's a great republic.
जब मैं बात लॉजिक की करती हूँ तो आप बीच में ना हो. Sir, when you said, sir,
we will fight for the common citizen of India.
you cannot. When I'm talking, you cannot. When you were talking, I didn't.
That
when I'm talking, you cannot. And I reiterate myself.
All
when
right.
I'm talking,
Complete
you cannot.
your point, Jyotsna ji. Complete your point, Jyotsna ji. Others, please listen.
One minute. राहुल गांधी जी का 1 minute. राहुल गांधी जी का कर्नाटका का जो शकुन रानी का जो क्लेम था, that was proven false and EC has issued a notice. Second thing, 1 lakh fake oaths allegation. I've written it down. I'm quoting it. मैं लॉजिक की ही बात कर रही हूं यहाँ पे. 1 लाख फेक ओथ एलिगेशन जो इन लोगों ने किया. EC इनवाइटेड एविडेंस, नन सबमिटेड टिल डेट, एंड देन दीज पीपल से दैट नहीं बहुत वहां पे बहुत घोटाला हो रहा है. अरे क्या घोटाला हो रहा है? आके दिखाओ, प्रूफ तो दो. दैट्स व्हाट द इलेक्शन कमीशन इज आस्किंग. That's what the election commission is asking. Show us the proof.
Vivek Srivastava, my question to you is limited to the fact that this matter is a matter of the judiciary. This is a matter which is legal in nature or semi-legal, quasi-legal, has to go into a hearing either in the election commission, but given the lack of faith that you have in the election commission, it is really to the courts of India. Having said that, you know, this whole drama that is made that, oh, so many extra votes are added before every election in Maharashtra. The fact is that even in 2004, 2009, 2014, when the BJP was not in power, similar addition of votes took place in Maharashtra. I didn't see anybody screaming. Today in Kerala, in your state, you are raising questions about Suresh Gopi's election and saying that there were extra votes given to him. Just after the elections, the left parties accused the Congress, because it was a three-way fight, left parties accused the Congress that they gifted this seat to the BJP because of a three-cornered contest. आप decide तो कर लीजिए कि किस वजह से आप वो सीट हारे, एक्स्ट्रा वोट्स की वजह से या थ्री कॉर्नर्ड कॉन्टेस्ट की वजह से, आपकी और कांग्रेस की बैड स्ट्रैटेजी की वजह से, या बीजेपी के स्कैम की वजह से. पहले तय कर लीजिए, बिकॉज योर गोल पोस्ट चेंज एवरी डे, वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर द कंट्री टू कीप ट्रैक ऑफ दैट.
नहीं, द कंट्री इज वेरी क्लियर, वी आर वेरी क्लियर. आई मीन सम पीपल आर नॉट क्लियर बिकॉज दे डोंट वांट टू बी क्लियर. इलेक्शन कमीशन के ऊपर उंगली उठी है, पूरे देश का मामला है. 2024 का इलेक्शन गलत है, फर्जी था. राहुल गांधी हैज मेड एन एलिगेशन दैट 25 सीट्स, इफ द करेक्ट रिजल्ट्स हैड कम,
Mr. Narendra Modi would not be the Prime Minister of this country. It's a clear allegation. And how does one
then Rahul Gandhi as a member of parliament and Priyanka Vadra as a member of parliament and Akhilesh Yadav as the member of parliament and Dimple Yadav as the member of parliament should resign if the 2024 elections are not correct as per them.
आप तो एक काम करिए पहले
you cannot do what the communists tend to do.
No ranting.
Remove democracy and get a one-party rule like the communists got in China. If you believe that the 2024
doesn't make you a good debater.
Why doesn't Rahul Gandhi resign? Rahul should resign immediately. Priyanka Vadra, why are you taking?
We will. We are willing to do it. You move it off. Every member of parliament of the opposition is willing to call it off.
No, you resign. No.
It is you who are sticking to your guns.
I'm not
because you are scared.
You have lesser votes than
और आप कब ले जा रहे हैं
Rahul Gandhi
और कैट कुमार से ये भी बता दीजिए जरा टिकट मैं बुक कर देता हूँ बिहार की आप कब ले जाएंगे मुझे बाबू करा था वही फर्जी न्यूज़ आई ये आप ही लोग टिकट करा देता हूँ दोनों चलते हैं आप ही लोग वहाँ मिलवा देना
Actually, that Cat Kumar, Catty Boss and Katia Devi is extremely funny. If it wasn't painful to see something like that on the wrist, but the election commission and the CEO has said that action will be taken. But Anand Ranganathan, let's come to this issue without the theatrics. Without the theatrics. Let's just look at the pure issue. The pure issue is that there is a problem in some cases that have been pointed out. Some have been fact-checked. Let's leave those aside. But there are some others that exist. For example, many voters in one particular address should be looked at, address as 0 should be looked at. But the question is, why should it be looked at only selectively? Because the opposition does not want to look at the Raebareli issues. They don't want to look at Karnataka when all of these electoral rolls were made during their government being in power. When somebody, says truth to power in Karnataka from within their own ranks, he's fired. And yet, they have this huge exalted position that they take, that they are the only ones who are the saviors of the Constitution. How do you respond, Anand?
Good evening, Navika, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, I'm really suddenly not sure who is driving the dump truck. Is it Asif Munir or is it Rahul Gandhi? But one thing I sure know, that Mr. Ganesh Kumar is not in a Mercedes but on a treadmill. He is not going anywhere. I know I am going against my grain, Navika, so that I don't annoy you further by not repeating that Mr. Ganesh Kumar should sue Rahul Gandhi. But the fact remains, I want to ask you a very simple question. Years ago, and for years, all these opposition parties, including Rahul Gandhi, have been saying that the EVMs are responsible for malfunctioning, EVMs are corrupt, BJP wins because of EVMs. What did the EC do? The EC rebutted those allegations. Did that stop the opposition from alleging more? No. Then comes every election, especially Maharashtra election, and Rahul Gandhi has a slew of other allegations. Each one of them was rebutted by the EC not once, but 3 times. Did anything happen? No. Rahul Gandhi then comes along and alleges vote chori on a gargantuan scale. Now, would anything happen even if the EC were to hold a press conference and rebut those allegations? No. This is going to continue till such time the CEC stands up and sues the pants of Rahul Gandhi, because he is no longer insulting or content with insulting the CEO of the Election Commission. He is insulting me. He is insulting 1 billion voters of India who suddenly are made to believe that the democratically held elections in this country are actually not democratically held at all. Now let me come to the specifics. You have already seen, in fact, 2 days ago, point by point rebuttal I gave on Times Now. Each one of those points, including Srivastava, the good Srivastava, Vivek Srivastava's, I think, not connected to that Aditya Srivastava, that has been rebutted. The other panelists rebutted, I think, one lady who said that, no, I voted only once. Each and every allegation of Rahul Gandhi has been rebutted. But one thing even the Election Commission has not explained, and I want to explain there. The point is not whether some error has occurred. Of course, error has occurred. Even in SIR, the population more than the United Kingdom has been assessed within a month by the Election Commission. Of course, errors will creep in. The entire point is that are those errors deliberate to suit the designs of BJP? And the answer is no. I'll give you now just 30 seconds. It's important. After every election, SIR or summary revision is carried out. In Maharashtra, when Congress formed the government, in Rajasthan, Congress formed the government. After 1 year, after 1.5 years, in both cases, 7 lakh and 5 lakh duplicate bogus voters were discovered. Do you mean to tell me that the Congress should actually have forfeited its, power at those states? Now in Bihar, I tell you, in 2024 elections were conducted. Now the SIR has found that there are 7 lakh bogus voters, duplicate voters. Does that mean that the 2024 Lok Sabha election in Bihar should be forfeited? The results should be forfeited? The MPs and MLAs who were selected in Bihar should resign? The point is, there are duplicate voters found after every election. That is how the SIR needs to be conducted. But to allege that duplicate voter is suiting one party and election commission is making sure of that.
Ravi, please respond. Every time there is a fault, how can you prove that it is actually helping only one party and not the other?
Navika ji, this time it is a different kind of situation. From the very beginning, I have been telling this on your channel that this is not a special intensive revision. There is nothing special about it. It's a very casual exercise. The way, the first phase was so haphazardly completed. The BLOs themselves filled up the form properly without receiving, without taking photographs and certificates. This was bound to happen. Now, when the problems are coming up, Election Commission has no option but to hide themselves. 2-3 points I want to put before you. Number one, Bihar is a Hindi-speaking state. Election Commission has not given the draft electoral roll in Hindi. And the politics of BJP, we all know that they sort of promote, they try to promote Hindi in all parts of the country. But in a Hindi-speaking state, let me complete. In a Hindi-speaking state, you are not giving draft roll in Hindi. What is the intention? Secondly, they have removed. They have removed the digital data with a scanned copy of the data in which it is difficult to match the people whom they have declared dead, whom they have declared permanently shifted or migrated, whom they have declared untraceable. Election Commission of India has submitted in their affidavit in the Supreme Court that they are not statutorily mandated to give the reasons for exclusion. What is this? If you are including, you are asking for reasons, you are asking for documents. But when you are excluding, you will not give the booth-wise, category-wise list.
So has the Supreme Court stated, has this point been argued? Why are you shifting the goalposts? And Pradeep Bhandari, my question tonight is only this. Every day there is a new problem that they have with the Election Commission. Pehle, they have this atom bomb, they found so many bogus votes. Then they say Aadhaar card is a problem. Then somebody else says that they are not statutorily going to provide reasons. Why is the goalpost changing?
Navika ji, the goalpost is changing because they know the people of Bihar are not with them. What an absurd logic and fake news is being spread by the RJD spokesperson who's saying that the Election Commission did not give draft electoral roll in Hindi. Then how can more than 7 crore voters in Bihar for whom the primary language has been Hindi has filled the form? What kind of an absurd fake news is this? In fact, another fake news being spread by the RJD spokesperson, the Election Commission, this is yesterday, on August 10th, says that no names will be deleted without giving prior notice. He is not mentioning this. I will leave that aside. Navika ji, I asked you, 16 lakh voters were deleted in Lok Sabha elections from Bihar. The RJD won in seat count. Does it mean that the RJD was responsible for vote chori and vote theft? And
Well, I don't know. It is a question. It is a question that has dogged the Indian voter every time that the opposition comes out and says that there has been a scam. First, the scam is in the EVMs. Then the scam is in the voter list. Whatever they want to do is to discredit the manner in which elections have been conducted and Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been elected. Now, by saying all of this and changing the goalposts every other day, is the constitution being upheld? Is the voter of India being humiliated and insulted? Or is the refusal to submit affidavits and the evidence to a court of law actually leading to a situation where we are entering an anarchic situation? Is that what we want for the largest democracy in the world? Question really goes out to both the opposition, the Election Commission and the ruling party. People of India cannot be insulted in the manner that they have become a football being lobbed from one side to the other. The sooner a solution to this entire scam is found, and the anarchy is found, the better it is for the credibility of the Indian democracy. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on debate number 1.